Hello, welcome or welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're good. Today, I need to sort these shelves out. Well, I say today. I had big plans of what I was going to do today and I overslept. So I only have about an hour before I need to kind of finish getting ready to go and pick my cousin up to go to the cinema and out for dinner first. So I thought I would just do some prep work and get started. So my main aim in the next hour is to get all of like the trinkets off and put them in a box out of the way. And then I don't know, maybe a little bit of cleaning. What I want to end up with is more space for manga and more space for horror, or just kind of more set out nicely. I'm thinking that it's going to be horror down here and then manga up here, and then we'll just fit other stuff in as needed. There's a little bit more space on the top now because I got rid of some of those Fairy Loot books, but not much. I need to kind of, as I'm moving things around, be even more ruthless maybe and get rid of some more stuff. So that's the plan. I'm going to slightly change your positioning, see if you can get any more of the shelf in, but that's basically what we're going to do for the next hour. Is we're just going to take trinkets off and maybe do a little bit of shuffling. Okay? Okay, let's do this. So I don't know how much you can see, but all the trinkets, all of the figures, all the candles are off, as far as I can tell. I've left a couple of things at the top because I'm probably not going to change that section, so it seemed pointless taking it down. And the same with the top, like where my record player is, which you can't see. I didn't realise how much stuff I had. And I actually think that it's too much. I think I had too many things out because it was starting to look really untidy. So when I'm kind of putting them back, I'm going to make some decisions, and some of them will go back and some of them won't. And I'll figure out new homes for places. Some things maybe can just be packed away and come out at Halloween only. Not all of it, don't worry, I'm not getting rid of all the spooky stuff on my shelves, but there's a lot. There's a lot, and I think some of it can maybe just come out at Halloween. So, what now? They dusty. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to maybe dust them. And then start moving some things around, and then I'll show you once I've started moving them around and give you an idea of what I'm going for. Okay, I'm done for the day. I feel like pretty accomplished considering I did it for an hour. So how am I going to show you what I've done? 1 second. Okay, folks, we've gone mobile. So I haven't decided if I'm going to do anything with that top, because it's got all my torture books and I can't decide if I'm getting rid of them or not. I just kind of tidied up the graphic novels and comics, and all the graphic novels that I had put in the main shelves, I decided I didn't like that and I wanted them to be in one place. So these two have just kind of been tidied. And then this is like historical fiction-y type stuff. And yeah, I kind of class Taylor Jenkins Reid as historical. Sorry if it's really shaky. I am shaky, apparently. Okay. Hang on. Okay, yeah, so then that's kind of just tidied up, and then we have non-fiction here. Those supernatural are behind the scenes stuff, so it is non-fiction. That's like literally all I have, and that's all I'm gonna have. And then very briefly at the bottom, this is like some true crime stuff, and then the stuff that we don't talk about because I'm not going to keep showing it, but I don't want to get rid of it, so I'm just hiding it. So it's like right behind the stall that normally sits there. Ignore all of this. Wow. So yeah, I can't bring myself to get rid of it completely, but I don't want it on display, so I put it in the most hidden part of my shelves. And then let me show you the other side. So this is where the stuff that we don't talk about was before, and I've kind of just put like some series that I don't really want fully on display, so they're going to be hidden by my chair. The reason I don't want them displayed is just because they're so mix and match. I've got a lot of like hardbacks and paperbacks that are all kind of mixed in from series that I got when I was younger, so I need to kind of rebuy them so that they all match, but I haven't got around to that yet. And then over here in this section I've put like the Stephen King. I'm not so it's not a priority for me. They're just kind of ones that I've collected, but they don't match my other editions. And then all of my mass market paperbacks that I get from Abominable Book Club are just down here, just to keep them out of the way, keep them all together. And then a few other bits and pieces. And then Stephen King is now kind of over here at the bottom shelf, just so that I can keep them all together with like a few additionals. I don't know whether that's going to stay like that, but I kind of just put it there to keep everything in place overnight. I think I want those books on that shelf. These shelves and kind of these shelves are the ones that show in the back of most of my videos, so they're the ones that I'm thinking most to make like aesthetically pleasing, if that was if that's the word, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we still got a lot of work to do, but I think for an hour I feel pretty accomplished. Okay, so just kind of like voicing my overall plan, I'm thinking that I'm going to make this kind of short shelf romance, and I don't think I've got enough romance to fit it, so I might kind of make it romance and sci-fi, because they're the ones that I've got like the least amount of. And then obviously we're going to do 5 shelves for horror. Hang on, let me turn you around. Wow, sorry, camera work is not good. I'm thinking these kind of 5 shelves will be horror, and then these 6 shelves will be manga. So then these 6 shelves can be like fantasy, and then the sci-fi will kind of maybe go in with the fantasy or the romance. Like, I haven't decided yet. So, I mean, we have an idea. Now I just gotta make it work. You probably will have motion sickness now. I'm sorry. Atrocious camera work, I apologise. Right now I need to go and get myself ready to go to the cinema. So I'm going to do that, make myself more presentable. I did look okay, but my hair's got a bit fuzzy now. And then hopefully tomorrow, well actually it has to be tomorrow because I've put like shit all over Jensen's bedroom, so he's coming home tomorrow. If I don't tidy it, that would make me a terrible mum, because he wouldn't even be able to get into his bed. We have a plan. I'm glad that I finally started this, because I've been talking about doing it for like a month, 2 months. So it's nice to kind of get the ball rolling, as it were, and have like an idea of what's going to happen. Whether it all works out is going to be like a whole other story. Okay, ignore the state of me and the bad lighting. It's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning, and I totally did not mean to do any more work on the shelves tonight. But before I went to the cinema, we went to Tesco's, and I was looking for something to use as manga risers, because obviously I've got so much manga now and there's just not enough shelf space. And I found these little fridge organisers, and I didn't know whether they'd be any good, but they were literally £2.50. So I bought 6 of them, so £15. Hard maths, it's late. I bought 6 of them. I thought if they don't work, I'll just bring them back, but if they work, I've got them. They work so good. They are the perfect size, and I thought I would need to put like some cardboard on the top, but the lip around the edge, like the edge, is just enough that the manga sits on it perfectly. And I'm losing my mind, okay, because not only have I freed up like over a shelf to what I thought I was going to have, they work for paperbacks. So I freed up a whole shelf for horror. And I'm going to go and get more, so that my fantasy and sci-fi paperbacks can be doubled up. But I can't believe they worked so well. They were £2.50. I need to go and get more before they run out. Let me show you what I've done. Okay, I can't really get a very good angle, but you can see here that the paperbacks are doubled. I can display 2 of my favourite covers for Attack on Titan and Tokyo Revengers, because they have a whole shelf to themselves with a gap. And then look, stop. So then I've managed to like completely lay out my Junji Ito, all of my Tokyo Ghoul is like nicely displayed, but I can have all of my Boo Exorcist out. Obviously, when the next volume comes out, we're going to have to rethink it. And the same for One Punch Man, although there is a slight gap at the end. But I've got horror here. I've got a nice horror there. I decided to move Grady Hendrix there just because I've got such a weird mix of paperback and hardback that I was struggling to fit it on the shelf. But also, How to Sell a Haunted House has arrived, so buzzing. Hold on, you're going down like you're in a lift. Let's play some lift music. Oh god, you can probably hear a horrible sound. Sorry. So we've moved Stephen King here, and we've got a little gap at the end, and I can't believe it. How have little £2.50 fridge organisers given me so much shelf space? I am so excited because now I feel like I have the ability to make so much more room. This is crazy. So tomorrow, I'm probably going to go out to Tesco and get some more, because I'm thinking if I get like a few more, I can do doubling up on the fantasy, like I said. I'm thinking romance can still go over there, and it should give me quite a lot of space, because now that I can double up, I can get my paperbacks doubled up. It only works for standard paperbacks because obviously some of the bigger ones are too wide, but that's okay. Oh, I'm so excited. I need to go to bed. I was going to come back and read, and instead I got really excited about trying these risers, and I'm so glad I did, because like I am in such a good mood. I am so excited, and I really feel like it's going to work so good. Oh my god, my mystery thriller is so rammed, and most of it's paperback, so I can like free up space there. This is like amazing. I'm so happy. So tomorrow I'll let you actually see what I'm doing tomorrow rather than showing you after the fact. But yeah, this is exciting. I feel like I just doubled my shelf space with fridge organisers. Good morning. Well, I say morning, it's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But I did stay up a little bit later last night after I finished talking to you, because I decided what I wanted to do was just move all the paperbacks and double stack them to see how many fridge organisers I'm going to need, and then because I've got it in my head, I just started doing it. So let me show you what I did after we last spoke. Okay, so this is like the romance section, and I'm kind of annoyed because these like few oversized paperbacks and hardbacks might mean that I can't double stack completely, but I have a plan. I have an idea for those. I can't remember if I showed you that that's double stacked with fantasy paperbacks. I don't think that's going to stay like that. I think I'm going to move it. I did my V Schwab shelf, which I'm really pleased about, and also there's a little gap for when the hardback of Our Dark Duet comes out, so they'll fit really nicely in there. This is now empty. That's where the romance was. And then I've got these contemporary fiction, which I'm thinking I'm going to move over and have like contemporary fiction and romance together. And then possibly move these mystery thriller over there as well. Maybe like on the second shelf. So it might be that romance merges into contemporary fiction, which merges into mystery thriller. And then this might be sci-fi. That's the plan. What I want is to have a TJ Klune shelf, possibly with like Maggie and Maggie Stiefvater and the Vauxhall Court and some of those favourites at the bottom. So I'm thinking that I need to merge those in, but I'm really liking how it's turning out. I can't decide whether I'm going to put some fantasy hardbacks up there. I think I might, just to kind of like free up a little bit more space. But if I've worked it out right, that whole bit there is free for horror, and that is going to be a free shelf for manga. So in which case I might move, they've got to go somewhere as well, I might move some of this about so that I can display some Junji Ito, and I am excited. So let's do this. I have been out on a mission. I popped out. I just was going to pop to Tesco's and get some more of the organisers, the fridge organisers that I've been using as the risers, because they work so well. I was like, right, get 6 more. That's 3 more shelves that you can do. Already kind of got them out, know which ones are going to be. Bish bash bosh, go and get them. My local Tesco's didn't have any. I say my local one, the one that's literally down the road. So I went to big Tesco's. They had 4. So I went to B&M to see if they had anything similar. They did not. I went to Poundland to see if they had anything. They did not. And I was about to give up, and then I went to Sainsbury's and they had 1. So I've managed to get 5. These are exactly the same. They're exactly the same, right? So there's this one and these 4. The ones from Tesco's are £2.50 each. £5 for 1. I could have not bought it, but I did. So really gutted that they didn't have 2, because I definitely would have bought them and then they would have been done. So I'm going to just work with what I have and possibly try and get another one at some stage. But my main thing is I need to get everything back, because Jensen's coming home and his room is covered in my shit. Not my actual shit, my stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. And also, like, the mystery thriller didn't quite work out as I expected. I'm happy with how this side is turning out, although all my sci-fi has kind of merged a little bit, but I think it's okay, into my contemporary, but I think it's okay. I think I'm going to have to, I don't know, like, the mystery thriller does not fit anywhere at the moment, and I don't want to use that even though it's free, because I know that one, and I don't want to use that one for the manga, that one horror and that the manga, they're the ones that are most likely to have things added to them, so I don't want to use up the space. But beggars can't be choosers. We've made a lot of room. We're just gonna have to work with what we have. So let's make this work. I'm an idiot. I spent all that time finding them, and I didn't make sure that the shelves that I was going to use were like the right height to use them. So we're not as done as I thought, because now I have to start moving shelves down a notch, and then I don't know what to do, because the one that I was going to use for my contemporary and my my romance, the tall shelf at the bottom is absolutely chocker of sci-fi, and I now don't know. So we're not as done as I thought, but we're getting there. And Tesco's has just arrived, so let me do that. I did it. I fucking did it. They're on. All the books are on, with loads of room for the manga and horror to grow. And I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I did it. There's a little bit of like shoving stuff in to get it in, but it's in. Hello? Things falling. And I'm just super pleased, because now I get to actually like display some manga. So I'm gonna go and get all of my little trinkety bits and put them out, and then I'll try and give you like a tour of the shelves. It'll be shaky, but I'll do my best. Okay, so along the kind of top, almost 2 levels is all fantasy. So we've got some favourite fantasies here with like a TJ Clean section and the Foxhole Court and the Simon Snow series. We've got some hardbacks up the top making use of the space. Got this gorgeous beach shrub shelf, and then double stack paperbacks. This is the mystery thriller shelf, and then going down we have, oh god, sorry, some favourite mangas, and there's quite a lot of space that can be made because obviously I want to continue collecting Tokyo Ghoul RE and Tokyo Revengers and Attack on Titan. I've almost got all of Attack on Titan, but they're still coming out, so we have space behind the ones that are facing out, and obviously there's space if I move the light novels for Tokyo Ghoul. Then we have these 2 gorgeous shelves, so mostly for my Junji. We've got obviously Death Note and a few others there, and then this beautiful double stack with all my Blue Exorcist and JJK next to each other. We love it. Then over this side I've got all my One Punch Man, I've got Full Metal Alchemist, and there is a bit of space at the front and at the back of this stack, which is good because there's a couple more One Punch Man, and obviously I'm still collecting some of the back ones. And then there's quite a lot of space here because there's nothing behind Livius, and we've got a candle, so we've got plenty of space there. And then going down, I've got all my horror here, so you can see there's loads of space here on this horror shelf at the bottom, and there's nothing behind my best friend's exorcism, so we've got space there. And then along here we've got this lovely shelf, and I've got my double stacked paperbacks, and then a few random bits. This shelf is a bit messy, but I think I've done the best with what I have, and it doesn't matter because the chair's there anyway. And then over here we've got the romance and contemporary section at the top, and then it kind of bleeds a little bit into this bottom shelf, but the second shelf, sorry, but that's fine. And then we've got sci-fi, and then all my sci-fi is down here, so you can't see the bottom corner unfortunately, but that does mean that I've managed to hide a few things away that I don't want on display but I don't want to get rid of. And then here we have a couple of like historical fiction-y type things and graphic novels. Behind here is my non-fiction, but the pillows are in the way, but that's fine. And then I've got more graphic novels and comics, and then I decided to keep all my Torchwood books. I'm still not 100%, but at the minute I don't want to get rid of them, so they can just stay in that top shelf. So that's it. Thank you for joining me on this weird little shelf reorganisation vlog hybrid thing. I hope you enjoyed. I'm so happy with how they turned out, and I can't believe that those little £2.50 fridge organisers have completely transformed my shelves. So what a win. Let me know in the comments below how you organise your shelves. Is it kind of like genre like me, or do you do by author, or how do you do it? Or if you just want me to know you're here, that purple heart is always appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed and you'd like to see more bookish content from me, remember to hit that button, leave a like if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!